Good afternoon. Welcome to the home of football. Ceremonial home. My name is Tendu Gama. I'd like to introduce you to Commander Katla So I'll just give you a short brief on the progress of Rufaro and where we want to go, and those who have to finish this negotiations as soon as possible. So, His Worship, Councillor Ian Makoni, Director and press, and everybody. As you can see, we are back at the home of soccer. We are very keen to make sure that soccer will be played in the Rufaro Stadium. The last time we invited you here, we received uninvited guests who disrupted our festivities. But such is life. Tempers have calmed down. The election season is over. We are all friends again, and it's all kumbaya, my lord. So we do hope that they will be singing from the same hymn. You can see that the turf is greatly improved. It's green. I dare say that it is the best turf in the country. The changing rooms, the away changing room, the home changing room have also significantly been completed. The officials changing rooms have begun the tiling. The press room at the back, work has begun and should be completed. We are left with the press room in front and the VIP section. The parking area is all but done, except the electronic gates, which are being manufactured and will be supplied shortly. The turnstiles, there's a sample electronic turnstiles at the far gate. They are already being manufactured, and I understand that the contractor was paid 10% by council of his fees, and they will be here shortly. So the first phase of this process is completed. I'm happy to say that there is continuity between myself and Councillor His Worship Mayor Makoni. We all come from the same party. We are all in the same council, and we are very keen to complete the projects that we need to complete. So our coming here was part of our handover and takeover processes, where we brief each other where things were and where things are going to go. He was a councillor before, I'm a councillor now, so everything will continue as before. So we are very keen to hand over the stadium. We understand CAF came to inspect. They gave us recommendations, which recommendations we are going to implement. Recommendations around the tunnel for the changing rooms, recommendations around the number of toilets in the players' changing room, recommendations around the seats, and recommendations around a few other areas that they want us to improve. So we are going to do that. We had a meeting with the ZIFA interim committee. It also gave us WAMTASA. They also gave us what they need to be improved. We had a meeting with the Dynamos executives, the CAPS executives, and we have an indication as to what their requirements are and the nature of the rights of use that they require. They both coincidentally asked for 10 years use, paying rentals and so forth. Unlike before, it's going to be a multiplex. It has small to medium shops. On the other end, there's going to be a beer garden and a practice arena. It has a parking area where there will be a hypermarket and a food court on this other end. And in the fullness of time, there's going to be a bed and breakfast, an N1 type a budget accommodation, 3 stories high, to allow teams that want to camp here, that want to play here, to be able to play very close to the ground, and they won't suffer the congestions of coming to the ground. As to the costing, we have done a model where this whole development has been done by the city of Harare and city-related companies. So we have done direct contracting. At the last count, we had only used about 500,000 to improve the pitch and the inside area, and also to improve the exterior area. And this has been a very cost-effective method of doing this process, and has saved the ratepayers a lot of money. Where we needed an electricity cable, we went directly to the manufacturer. Where we needed a loan, we grew it ourselves and did it. Where we needed piping for drainage, we went straight to ProPlastic, who are the manufacturers. So everything has been done on a budget basis and at minimum cost to the citizens. And our view is that we need to have soccer back at Rufaro, and we are going to immediately work on Kwanzura and the DZ Stadium as soon as we finish using this model, and we'll have them all ready. So we thank you, and this is the update on the stadium. Over to you.
Well, thank you very much, Councillor Mufune. And as you said, we use the opportunity today for a handover, takeover situation between your administration and incoming administration. And I appreciate this process finishing off here. But that is not finishing off here. Councillor Mufune and I will be meeting shortly with one of our major suppliers of water chemicals, because it's an important in our arsenal of services provided to the citizens of Harare. So here, recreation and sport is important, but we felt as council that the renovations should be within our expenditure budget. And it is pleasing that we appear to have achieved just that. I look forward to us completing the renovations that remain to be done, and that we can very soon invite the stakeholders, some of whom you've already mentioned and have given their comments. But we want them to say, this is fine, this needs to be attention, and we'll do it precisely that. It's after all about the stakeholders. The sport players are important stakeholders. The administration, sport administration are important stakeholders. The security establishment are important stakeholders, because we know that anything else, things can go on. We want to be sure that if necessary, the place can be evacuated with the minimum delay. So these are things that one does not normally think about, but they are an important stakeholder for safety's sake. So we like to thank you for coming. The process of the handover, takeover, it's not an easy one, because there are a lot of questions that have been firing at Councillor Mfume, and there are a lot of questions he's been firing at me to make sure that I understand where various things are. The city is a complex organization, and we must just make sure that it is there to respond to the requirements of these communities at the local level, and the requirements of the city as a whole. With several stakeholders outside of this sports fraternity that we need to answer to, and we will progressively resolve some of the challenges that we face. I must emphasize that yes, we have challenges in the water sector at the moment. We're doing everything possible to ensure that the water chemicals that we require to produce potable water are on hand. And we appreciate the responses, positive responses that we've received from those that are invested in water sector, Ministry of Water, we believe that there's a pledge to support the importation of water chemicals. It's not enough, but it's a good start. And we are also looking to our residents who are, at the end of the day, the providers of resources, to play their part, be paying their bills, because from their bills we're able to procure chemicals, make life easier. Thank you.
Okay, we'll take a few questions. Please, you identify yourself.
My name is the last time we came here, you said that since we're starting South African country, where are we in Africa?
Well, they are going to be bought on the first stages. So the first seats that are coming are the dugouts, which is the bucket seats for the players and so forth. Those have been purchased, and they are going to be coming from China, not an African country. They are going to come from China, and they will come in. But to do the whole ground, we are going to have to do it on a staged basis. One of our entities, that is Rufaro Marketing, will be assisting in that scope and other resources that we get from other stakeholders. But the bucket seats for the match officials, the players themselves, and the dugouts, according to FIFA specifications, those have been purchased and are on their way. The goalposts and the corner flags have also been purchased and are here waiting to be installed, because the modern issue is to have aluminium goalposts to reduce damage to the players. So we do have those stored there waiting to be installed. They are retractable, put on match days, removed if it's not a match day.
Unfortunately, I'll take one last question. Very important.
When are we expecting the completion of these renovations, considering that you once said the Harare Dam between the numbers and caves, the first leg will be played in February?
Well, let me venture there, because at the end of the day, I'll be accountable. We have this the stadium as part of our 100-day program. So it is our anticipation that all the remaining works that need to be done to make the place functional can be accomplished in that period.
100 days starting today?
Starting from when we make the announcement, which is the end of this week or early next week.
Last question.
I wanted to ask that our shares priority is to only vehicle seating, and I see most things are ones of shares. And hopefully we are entering the rainy season, so what's your take on that?
Well, the chairs will be done for the whole ground, but the chairs.
The shades.
Oh, the sheds.
Shade.
No, the sheds is the second phase. It doesn't rain a lot, and sometimes players, soccer players, it's part of the experience to receive the rain. Even most of the grounds, if you look at the English Premier League and everybody else, it's part of coming to soccer. But we are looking at a modern way. We are looking at using solar renewable roofs, and we are engaged with our partners. This whole roofing area can be a solar power station. So we are looking at those that can make it a renewable facility, so that with a localized energy use and a localized energy source, so that the electricity will be made from the roofs. So it's a complex process which takes a bit of time.
So my next question is, who is going to open this?
Well, if you go around the entire place,
Like it's been open.
Okay.
Yeah.
Thank you very much. So, with other questions, we have to talk about. So, there is a very important meeting to do.
The councillor for the area, sorry, you can.
why didn't you announce yourself? You did not invite me.
But where Mumiro?
Project is don't comment about the project.
I comment
Don't sound invited. Absolutely.
I know you don't need to be invited. You are now a councillor. You work for council. It's your home.
A program.
Okay.
They are busy in Pezanamo, cleaning in Pezanamo. I heard the mayor's in
You look busy.
Yeah.
But campaign never pera kamba.
That's just a program.
I'm not invited.
I don't comment former mayor.
Thank you very much, Councillor, and I'm pleased with you that you've come. There are issues that we must work together for the common good of the community. There are issues around Pezanamo which we need to address. I'm aware of the challenges that have happened, but working with yourself and as soon as possible. You mentioned the road. Obviously, it is repaying. Kana tada kuti toda kugadzira nzvimbo yakanaka togadzira peso. So I think you can assure the residents that you can work.
Pezanamo issue takatanga yesterday. Mama papa motikari takadzibudisa dzese department council. As we speak, takata pass through mato cleanwa auya maxenal cleaner okugadzira roof okugadzira toilet kwakuya. So within the next 3 to 4 days markings anenge aita kutarisa kuti anenge tapedza paint takatoita
Thank you very much. Thank you guys. If anything